All right, John and McGonigal, we're on the Rose Bowl field. It's raining. Joe Herman is doing his best to do this video. 35-21, Penn State wins it, they break it open with a really great second half.
Wow, what a game from Sean Clifford.
Yeah.
Arguably his best game at Penn State. It's one of his best performances.
Absolutely.
In a Penn State uniform. In his last performance in a Penn State uniform, he gets a curtain call. He comes off the field to, applause from all these Penn State fans here who traveled out to LA from near and far. I mean, what a way to go out for him. What a way to go out for the likes of PJ Mustipher, for Jair Brown. What a way for the freshmen to go into 2023. Nick Singleton with that run. I mean, I don't know. It's just an incredible performance. It really was.
It all came together. I thought it was a signature run by Nick Singleton. We had seen it early, but I thought it was fitting. The tight end room, which was maligned as blockers. Theo Johnson, I think, had a pretty big clearing block on that play. He had a nice catch. You're right about Sean Clifford. I think Mike Yursich really called a good game. I think he had a great game plan on that touchdown run. Theo Johnson talked about they caught Utah in a snap. They were checking with the sideline to do an adjustment, and they went quick on the snap. They did not recover in time on the play, and there was a huge hole for Nick Singleton. It was one of the big plays of the game.
That was one, and then the other was the throw to Keandre Lambert-Smith, 88 yards from Sean Clifford to KLS, and he was wide open. I mean, there was not a soul around him. And I had to talk to him in the hallway here about that play, and he said, one, that's something that he's going to remember for a long time, and two, he wasn't surprised that he was open because he felt like he ran a really good route, but he knew it was a touchdown as soon as the ball was in the air because he knew that no one was around him. So, I mean, just two signature plays and a signature win for Penn State, for James Franklin. Breaking that drought against top 10 teams. I mean, it's a drought that started here in Pasadena in the loss to USC back in 2017. So, look, 11-2. You don't beat Ohio State, you don't beat Michigan, but you beat a really good Utah team. Yeah. You secure a top 10 finish really this season, and everything is moving forward. Everything's looking up for this team. So. It's one heck of a way to go into an offseason.
Little unfortunate for Utah, that quarterback that caused Penn State trouble, Cameron Rising. I thought it was a head injury. It might have been a lower body injury. He could not come back. They weren't the same without him. And Manny Diaz did not mess around. He went right after that guy, and they really had little chance against his defense.
No, and credit to Cam Rising, too, because I felt like he did pretty well against Manny Diaz's blitzes earlier in the game. Burned him on a couple of 3rd and longs. But once the backup came in, it just wasn't the same. Kalen King had a really nice interception in the first quarter. Penn State was dealing with some injuries throughout the game. Kalen King was up, in and out. But Jair Brown, mentioned him earlier with an interception later in the game on the backup, and at that point too, Chop Robinson, Adisa Isaac, Curtis Jacobs, those guys were just swarming the backfield and really getting after it. And so I think from a defensive perspective, it was frustrating, I'm sure, a little early. And Utah is known to be a good second quarter team. It's a weird team. It's a weird kind of thing, but. It's a good team and a good win for Penn State.
Sean Clifford, 46 career starts. You're right. This might be the game that Penn State fans will remember. I'm happy he was able to go out on a good note against a good defense. But, I mean, he holds every record in the book just about at Penn State. But I just want to say one thing because I know the Penn State fans are already thinking about it. Drew Aller, you're on the clock, baby. It's 2023, and if he's healthy, Penn State could finally – he played late in this game, but they could finally take a look at Drew starting, in the fall.
Drew Aller, Nick Singleton, Katron Allen. You've got a lot of young pieces to this offense, to this defense throughout this program. And again, you enter 2023 with a win like this. I mean, sky's the limit.